Hello everyone, this is Mahesh. I would be presenting you the second part of our presentation. I would begin with the feasibility analysis. Uh, the feasibility analysis has three different sections. One is technical feasibility, operational feasibility, and financial feasibility. So basically, technical feasibility is about the technology being implemented for the project. So the project is feasible in current technical scope. The software and hardware, they just need a regular maintenance, and a little upgrade will be enough. And operational feasibility, operations wise, how this technology is gonna help the business. So the workload of the on the staff will go down because kiosk will be taking helping them with the orders and processing them with the orders. So the staff are free to go around the store and talk to the customers and deal with the more complex issues. And financial feasibility, as we all know, most of the franchisee agreements has a clause in it that franchisees have to pay for the upgrades or any design changes for the business. So initial investment for the company is huge, but there's a very good chance for the recovery of it from the franchisees. So for the franchises, it's a sunk cost, and it is one of the dreaded words for a franchisee. So methodologies to acquire and customize the technology. The methodology to acquire and customize technology starts with outlining the core values of the firm. So basically, the firm has to decide what technology they want, why do they want, how are they going to implement. So they need to outline that first before going any further. Burger King has to identify the problems that can be fixed with the introduction of the self-service kiosk. As I said, why they are bringing in the technology. So in this case, it's to process the orders quicker and increase the customer satisfaction. So, and this technology is not new, but incorporating AI into this is new. Currently, around 41% of the stores globally do have this self-serve kiosk, but not all of them have the AI technology, which does suggest you the products, like recommending engines and that. And recently, Burger King partnered with Park Team OEM Kiosk, which is a Greece company, and it came up with a kiosk named NOMYUQSR-SU1. That kiosk core concepts are to increase accuracy, increase revenue, eliminate long lines, and personalization. And this kiosk does have recommendation engine in it. And the project execution plan is divided into 8 steps. First step, answer the fundamental issues. Why are you doing it? How are you doing it? When are you going to do it? Second one is do the analysis. Just look around your competitors and check which stores you need this kiosk to push in. Like, if a store is busy, you need it. If it's not, then no point of installing it and wasting your capital investment. And third place is location. Where do you want to place it in the store, and which store? So location is also important. So when you walk into the store, customer must be able to see the kiosk. And choosing the right mission for the business. So what you want to offer to the customers and what are your future plans, they all need to be satisfied with the mission you're picking up, and it also have to be economically viable. So that's one thing. And second, and the fifth point would be to design the user interface. So it should be easily navigatable to the customers. So the menu should be very easy. And getting employees on board, you need to get the employees to get trained on the machine and how to use it and how to troubleshoot it. You can't always call the technical support to come and fix it for a minor problem, which can be done with the flip of a switch. And second one, support and logistics. As I said, the machines get broken. So you need support and technical support for it, and logistic planning will be for the deployment of the kiosks and delivery to the stores. And 8th step would be get them going, start them up. And critical guidelines would be to take customer and staff feedback. Kiosks are connected to the central company server where they can be remotely monitored and analyzed, and troubleshoot it if there's any problem, or they can have a remote upgrade. A support team must be always on standby and have spare kiosks and spare parts for kiosks. So you have installed a kiosk to generate more revenue, and out of order sign on it will not generate you any revenue. So you always need to have a spare kiosk and spare parts for it. And constraint of this project, as with any project, there are problems, there are restrictions, there are so many constraints you have to deal with. So the first one is initial investment. That includes convincing your stakeholders to go ahead and invest in it, give you a green signal. And second one is limited customization. There's a limit on how much you can customize on that 32-inch screen of that kiosk. For an example, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell all have similar stuff. You can't go out of the box and change it, then customer gets confused because he's used to all of these kiosks. And you also need to take into consideration the 34% of the people who want human interaction. So 66% people prefer kiosk, whereas 34% people still prefer human touch. So you cannot just completely close down the counter and run the store on kiosk. And the initial content can be a huge issue because there's no space storage restrictions on the kiosk. It's all saved on the central server. So then creating the initial content would be overwhelming to the design department. So that should be strategically planned way ahead of the deployment time. And with this, I would like to conclude. These are our concluding points: that AI technology is transforming the quick service restaurant industry, and when the ethical issues are raised, because employees can think that the machines are going to replace them, that needs to be sorted out straight away, and that should be handled in a very proper way so that the employees don't lose their morale. And free workers can help in building the brand identity. Instead of firing them, keep them on the job, let them come out and talk to the customers, and increase the brand awareness and brand value. And adaptation of this technology not only increases the revenue, but also the brand value. And with that, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you so much all for your time. And if there are any questions, you can always shoot an email to us, either me or Yutong. I would like to thank everyone for spending your time and watching our video. And I would like to thank Dr. Grace Zhang for guiding us through this project. And I would like to thank my team partner, Yutong, for doing an amazing job. Thank you so much.